Hey everyone, welcome back to another portfolio update video on the channel. The portfolio is currently sitting at $8,184.12. For the day, we are up 52.68 or 0.65%. For the week, we are up once again. This week, we are up $82.56 or 1.02%. For the month, we are up $490.59 or 6.38%. Then for the 3 months, we are up 45.57 or 0.56%. And then for the all-time, all-time, we're up $192.80 or 2.41%. So portfolio is still looking good, and we're still continuing to grind higher, as you can see, having another green week here. So let's go over the positions real quick. So first of all, I'm looking to open a new SoFi put at the $6 strike, expiring 12/29 for $3. And then let's see, currently the only options position I hold is the SoFi 650 put that I sold. So you can see it's already up $2, and that is also for $12.29, just a strike higher than the one I'm looking to sell this week. We're already up $2 on this, sold it for $7 a credit, and it's currently at 5. Moving on down, cryptocurrencies. What? So the reason I have cryptocurrencies is because I did the Learn program. There's a Robinhood Learn program where it gives you free crypto if you take a little quiz. You read a little article and you take a little quiz. So it gave me $3 free in Avalanche, Bitcoin, and USDC. And I sold the USDC and I bought some ETH, and then I ended up just putting $10 into each of these because I'm bored and I like to look at the fluctuations of my portfolio over the weekend. And crypto's obviously open 24/7, so I was like, why not just put $10 into each just so I can watch it fluctuate over time, just for the fun of it. And actually, the Avalanche is somehow up 8%. So we made 8% on our Avalanche, and we're down 1% on ETH and Bitcoin. So overall, net positive on crypto, I guess, by like 50 cents. So that's cool. In fact, I can actually go to the crypto tab. You can see this is what the crypto portfolio, I guess you could call it, looks like currently. So that's kind of cool. So I'm just doing this because I'm bored. I'm not actually looking to invest a lot of money into crypto. Moving on though, still SPLG and SoFi. Been buying even more of these this week. I toned it down a little bit because I'm going to be making some big purchases elsewhere outside of the portfolio, so I'm going to lose quite a bit of money just temporarily before I make it back. So I want to kind of lay off the dollar cost averaging for just a little bit so I don't go too deep into margin. By that time I can repay all of it. But yeah, we're still up an insane amount on SPLG. You can see it's up again for the week. Our total profit is over $500 now, which is pretty awesome. Still have that really good average cost. Up over $54 now on the stock, which is good. And then SoFi, let's see, up over $100 on SoFi now. Not to mention this cost basis is incorrect. Real cost basis is $675, so we're up, another $40 on that, so like $140, which is insane. And I'm still selling covered calls on that as well. In fact, I had a covered call at the 950 strike expire this week, and I made $2 on that. It was just a weekly play, and then I also had a put expire on SoFi this week, which I believe I opened a couple weeks back, but it expired worthless also. So that's good. And then I'm looking to open the $6 put on SoFi, like I said, but I'm also looking to open, in fact, I originally was going to place this order on Friday, but I couldn't because I still had a pending call expiration, so I couldn't open it. But I was looking to open this guy. In fact, I might even push it to past Christmas. As you can see, we can get actually a lot of credit, all the way up to 1050. And I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if there's a catalyst, and I don't think they have earnings between now and then. In fact, let me check that real fast, because I know they're set to announce profitability in this quarter, so I don't want to be selling a call when I'm expecting a huge increase in the stock price. So let's check that real quick. Okay, so it's January 29th, so I'm not sure why the premiums are so high, but I suppose we'll take it. So I guess we'll just, so instead of doing December 22nd, sorry, at the 950 for $6, we're going to push it out one more week, and we're going to do 1050 for $9. So that's a much better deal. And actually, it looks like it's a bid-ask spread issue, so this isn't actually worth that much, which makes sense because this is insane. Yeah, so I don't know what Robinhood's doing, but Robinhood is displaying the wrong price for some reason. So in that case, we will, in fact, probably do this. Yeah, so we'll do this instead. I don't know why I was showing that, but I was like, wow, that looks like there's high IV for some reason, but it was just Robinhood glitching out. But there you go. So that means we will collect an additional, what was it, $9 in premium. One for the last week of December, and then one for the second to last week. So I'll still be able to open another call for the last week of December after this. So we'll be able to collect a nice little extra amount of premium for the month, at least being $9. Plus we still have the equity on this put option, $5. We still have to make $5 on that. So that's pretty good. But yeah, other than that, I did have to close my CVE put, and I'll show you guys that. That was the only loss we took this week. And it was kind of heavy loss, but the portfolio was still up, almost 1% for the week, so totally happy to take this one off. And honestly, I think I just got to get used to taking off losing trades and just not feeling bad about it, because you really shouldn't. You're not going to win every single trade, so don't feel bad about having to take one off. But essentially, I sold this put right around here, or it might have been here. I think it was here. Either here or here. I sold this put like right around here, and it slowly was grinding up. In fact, I believe it was lower. I think I sold it in like the low. I don't think the Robinhood chart will show it. It was something like this. I think I sold it like here, and then it rallied obviously all the way up into the 8s. And so my put at one point was completely worthless. This thing was worth 1 cent. If you go back to my last video, I believe it was in that. It was worth 1 cent. So we made the full profit at one point, around here. So I was like, okay, this is looking really good. The reason I didn't exit the position is because it trades in 5-cent increments. So I would have to pay $5 to close a position that I opened for 10 instead of 1. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to let it expire worthless, which I now know I shouldn't have done. Should have just taken the profit, even if it was just 50%, because I did not end up taking profit, and the stock has been tanking because recently Canada has announced they're looking to cut their fossil fuel and oil emissions by, I believe it's like 35%. So, with this company being a North American, oil and energy producer, that's not a good sign for their company, their revenues. If they have to cut 33% of their operations in Canada, that's not a good look. And as a result, you can see it's been plummeting. And you know what? I really should have checked the news sooner. I checked the news right here. So funny enough, I literally timed the exact bottom. I closed out my put right here, and then the stock proceeded to start rallying again, which kind of seems to be a trend I'm experiencing. But so yeah, I really should have read the news earlier, because I'm sure this news came out more so like around here, and I could have closed this for maybe a $10, maybe $15 loss, but I ended up closing for a $35 loss. So I opened this put for $10, and I ended up closing it for $45 per contract. So we took a pretty heavy hit on that, $35 in losses on that contract, when at one point it was literally completely worthless. So I think the lesson to take from there is that you really should just take your profits, even if you have to cut your profits in half just to close the position. It's so much more worth it to just close it and not have the risk of something like a black swan event like that just suddenly taking hold of your position and messing it up. But even with that significant loss over this past week, you can see still up $82 for the week, so that's awesome. So it really didn't affect us, luckily. But I can actually show you that down here. So yeah, you can see we sold it for $10 on the 22nd, and we had to buy to close for $45. And I'm pretty sure if we look now and see what that put is worth, you can see it's worth $25 now. So could have closed for less now, but honestly, to me, when I read that news, and the price was $15.88 when I closed that put out, to me it was looking really dismal for the company at the time. So more news might have come out which caused this little rally here. I have no idea, because you can see it's up 2 or 3% from that low. But yeah, so I closed that one out, and it is what it is. It'll happen. But yeah, we learned our lesson. Take profits early when you can. There's really no point just holding it. But yeah, that is the portfolio update for the week. That is the first week of December. So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully we can get more of a Santa Claus rally, because I think for the year, I believe we're at an all-time high on SPY. Yeah, so we're at an all-time high on SPY for the year. But hopefully we can maybe see pushes towards the all-time high of SPY as a whole. That would be awesome. I have no idea. Really depends on the data that continues to come out. We had some good labor market data, which is not what the market wants to see. But we still ended up squeaking out a gain, but you can see it was looking kind of bad at one point. We ended up making a gain off of that. But still, if we just keep seeing hopefully good data coming in, and hopefully the Fed chooses to hold steady and then maybe say something about cutting soon, then we might see a rally back towards these highs, hopefully Santa Claus rally. Love to see that because I would love to see the portfolio just continue to do better, and I really would hope to see a new all-time high by the end of the year. We're only $50 off of that, so it's very possible. But yeah, no, that was the update for this week. Tune in next week to see if the rally continues. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.